Am I the a-hole for putting my hand over my SIL's camera at my own birthday dinner after I told her no filming? I 29F had a small BD dinner last weekend with my husband 31M, SIL, Lena 27F, Mill, and 2 friends at a normal but nice place. Lena's an influencer. She films literally everything: plates, forks, PPL, breathing. 3 days before, I wrote in the family chat, "Please don't film me. Food room is fine, just not my face." She said, "Got you." We sit down and within like 10 minutes her phone is up. I say, "Quiet. PLS, don't point it at me." She goes, "You look great. It's just vibes." Husband backs me. She said no. Lena rolls her eyes, lowers it. For maybe 2 minutes. Then the cake comes little sparkler, staff singing. Lena stands and points the camera right in my face like, "Birthday girl reveal." I put my hand over the lens and said, "Stop." I didn't grab the phone or touch her, just covered the camera for a second. She snaps that I ruined her shot, and this is her job. Mel says to let it go for one night. I said that it's my night, actually. It got awkward fast. Server was right there. I felt embarrassed. Husband tried to change the subject, but Lena kept muttering about how she had to scrap everything. I even paid for my own dessert, long story, and we left pretty quick. Next morning, Lena texts that I humiliated her and made her look unprofessional in front of everyone. Mill says I should have moved seats if I didn't want to be in frame. Husband says my boundary is fair, but maybe I made a scene by doing it during the song when eyes were already on me. She's posted me before without asking, and coworkers mentioned it. I've asked her to blur/remove, and it turns into drama, which is why I set the boundary in writing before dinner. Why I might be the public place, I did physically block her shot, and yeah, it was during the song. I could have stood up and turned away or SMTH. But also, I don't want to be online against my will, asp on my own birthday. I don't know. Am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. If she wants to look professional in public, she should act like a professional in public. A professional respects other people, their space, and their privacy. A professional knows how to separate their job and their personal life when needed. A professional isn't so desperate for content that she'll railroad other people's comfort and wishes. Is she really 27 or is she 17? You are not part of her job. She doesn't get to commandeer you as a prop for her videos, and she doesn't get to seize control over your own goddamn birthday event for it either. Next story. Am I the a-hole for forcing my in-laws to use a toilet instead of piss jugs in my home? My in-laws are visiting my wife and I this week. The trip was short notice, so they'll be staying at our home. Our guest bedroom that they'll be staying in is in the basement of our house. It's spacious, clean, and dry. The only issue is that it does not have a bathroom associated with it. You have to walk up the basement stairs and halfway across the house to get to our guest bathroom. Before arriving, my in-laws were complaining that it was too far of walk to get to the bathroom from the basement. We are offering them free lodging, so I figured they would just have to deal with it. However, yesterday we got an unexpected Amazon package. My wife opened it and pulled out a strange plastic container. I joked that it looked like one of those medical device piss jugs. The joke was on me because it was exactly that. My in-laws had ordered a device for them to urinate into instead of going to the bathroom upstairs. I told my wife absolutely not and that they had to use a toilet. My in-laws are very healthy and able-bodied people, and there is zero reason, other than laziness, for them to use a device like this. My in-laws arrived later yesterday night, and we confronted them about their plan to piss in the jug. They joked about the device and asked what else they were supposed to do, use a litter box? No, go upstairs and use the goddamn toilet. Now they are complaining about having to go all the way upstairs, and I'm pretty sure they are secretly using the piss jug. I'm going to flip. I find out they using it down there. Am I the a-hole for asking them to use a toilet like a normal human being? Edit. Since a lot of people are asking, no, they do not have health issues. They are very fit and healthy. We have an open enough relationship that they would tell us if they did. We also offered for them to stay upstairs, but the rooms upstairs are more cramped and not as spacious. They opted to stay in the basement room. Not the a-hole. This isn't even a discussion. They can use a toilet or get out of your house. Next story. Would I be the a-hole if I install locks on the toilet seat? I 40F live with my two teenage sons 15M and 14M and my husband 42M. Recently we remodeled a room for my 15-year-old to have his own bedroom, but he has to share the same bathroom as me and my husband. Prior to this room change, I didn't have an issue with the toilet seat being left up because it rarely happened. This last week, I have had to replace the toilet paper a lot more frequently and can't go into the bathroom without having to touch the dirty toilet seat to put it back down. Of course, every time I ask who left it up, everyone always says, "Oh, it wasn't me." My husband backs me up when he is awake. He works night shift for context, but considering that means that the 17 hours he is either at work or asleep, I am stuck being the parent in charge. Tonight was the last straw. I walked in to go use the bathroom before bed and had to shut the lid down again. This is the 7th time today. When I told my son either put the lid down or use the other bathroom, he smarted off, "Well, you are the only female in the house. Why should we have to close the lid?" I have had enough of his attitude considering I have been busting my butt to ensure he had his own bedroom. Seriously feels like I am the only parent most days because of my husband's work schedule. I threatened to put a child lock on the seat and my son responded with, "Good luck cleaning piss off the seat then." Would I be the a-hole if I install child locks on the toilet? Just to add some clarity, he is now grounded for his disrespect and language he thinks is okay to use at me. Edit/update. Holy cow, I didn't expect this to instantly blow up. Okay, so backstory, we moved into this house last year. Our house we moved from the boys had basically their own living room, bathroom, and bedrooms. Our house we moved into is small. It was originally 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. We remodeled the laundry/storage room into another bedroom for my oldest son. Prior to this, the boys had a bathroom of their own in their room. My bathroom was off of the hall. The master bedroom was the boys' room, even though it wasn't much larger than the one my husband and I have. So my 15-year-old now has the room across the hall from us. Prior to this room switch, he shared a bathroom with his brother, and if they left the seat up, that was their own issue, seeing as they didn't use mine. As for how my son's punishment, he is now grounded from my bathroom and has to use the one in his brother's room. Since neither of them admitted to leaving it up, they both have to share again. He also is currently washing laundry and cleaning my bathroom. His words were, "I am sorry for what I said and I understand why you are mad." Clarification on some stuff. We are actually in the process of completely adding a master bedroom and master bathroom. His room we remodel is temporary. It was never meant to be a permanent solution. That is why we aren't switching rooms with our 14-year-old. Honestly, the toilet seat was the breaking point. Prior to that, there had been several issues that I had been trying to correct, i.e. not putting a trash bag in the trash can in the kitchen, not picking up the dirty clothes off the floor, etc. Each of the boys have regular chores: load the dishwasher, put trash, clean their room, basic stuff. 24-hour update. Had a long talk with him last night. He is still grounded. The toilet seat has been down all day that I have seen. He has been doing his normal chores today, plus helping more. I calmly explained the issue of chores not being done, and I have been the one cleaning the bathroom. Prior to this, my bathroom is the only one with a tub/shower combo. The other has a shower stall. So when they want a regular bath and not a shower, they use mine. Don't put a lock on the toilet lid, put a lock on the bathroom door, and don't give him a key. You're putting the lock in the wrong place. Just lock him out of that bathroom altogether. He can solely use the other one. And since he seems to think he is somehow in charge of anything, I'd be winding back on things he has access to, like gaming, Wi-Fi, etc. He thinks being a male in the house trumps being a parent. Then he needs to start learning some lessons in respect. Next story. Am I the a-hole for calling the police after something was stolen? I-33M was gone, out of state, at the end of May 2025. I had entrusted a friend of mine to watch my dogs while I was gone. I had told him that I only wanted him, we will call him Aaron, to go and check on the dogs, clean up whatever mess they made, and then go. Well, I have a doorbell camera, and every time he was there, which was 4 times, he brought his friend, we will call him Chad. I texted Aaron and asked why Chad was there too. He told me that his car Aaron's wasn't starting and he didn't want to walk and needed a ride, and Chad didn't want to wait in the car. Aaron and Chad have been over at my place before, so I shrugged it off and just let it be. Well, a few weeks ago, another friend had been staying with me. We will call him Nate. After something happened with his mode of transportation that had broken down, and I had offered him a place to stay, and he graciously obliged and said, "Thank you. When the time comes, I'll get a job, sign a lease with you, and pay you rent." All good. So I agreed. Cut to Wednesday, I wanted to play a game on my handheld console. I keep it on my entertainment center in the living room. I went to go grab it and the system, dock, power cable, and HDMI cable were all gone. I didn't take them with me on my trip, and if I did, I wouldn't have brought the dock, power, and HDMI cables. It's a USB-C charger port, and I have plenty of those. I called the manufacturer of the console and they found the serial number and gave it to me. I asked if they could see any information on when it was signed in last or anything like that. He said that the system showed a factory reset within the last 7 days, 8 counting today. So high probability it was wiped and sold. So I reached out to Aaron, Chad, and Nate, and of course, none of them have seen or knew that I had one. That part is highly unlikely because the console is right in plain view in my living room. Then cut to me calling the police, filing a report, and giving them Aaron, Chad, and Nate's names and phone numbers. I get a message yesterday from Aaron asking if I did call the police and filed a report. I told him yes and that I won't be saying anything further. He understood and really wanted to help me find it. I get a message this morning from Chad. How dare you accuse me of stealing your crap? Aaron and I are together and you can't stand it. I know you want him and I won't let you. Stay away from me, Aaron and Nate. If you so much text us even hello or good morning, I will call the police and say that you're harassing us. Stay the F away. I have my own significant other and don't want him. I said nothing to him after and screenshotted his message and also Aaron's messages about the console. Nate has blocked me on everything and hasn't stopped by to pick up his belongings from my place. They were the only 3 people that have been in my apartment in the last 2 months besides my significant other. But we're always together. Am I the a-hole for all of this transpiring? Not the a-hole. Chad sounds pretty guilty, honestly. Screenshot his text because he can accuse you of harassment all he wants, but he can't prove it. I mean, you aren't harassing him. Definitely add his text to the police report too. Unfortunately, until someone uses your console and it's able to be tracked, you're kind of at a standstill. Not the a-hole. Given his reaction, he knows he's busted. I doubt you'll get it back, but try to update us if you can. Opie replies, I told the officer that I don't care to get it back. I just want to know who and why. If it was for money, I would have helped whoever it was that took it. I don't have much money, but I was raised to give to those who need it. Just the fact that something was stolen is what hurts more than anything. Next story. Am I the a-hole for expecting my BF to grab a bag for me? I 20F was at my BFS house 20M yesterday. I'm on my period and keep a few tampons in my purse, but had a ton in the bag I brought over, along with my change of clothes. When I went over, I went to talk to his mom in the kitchen, and we talked for a few minutes and I left my bag there. I went to his room and he was playing games at his desk and I was on his bed. I started bleeding and went to the bathroom and realized I bled trough my underwear and a little trough my pants. I checked my purse and saw I had no tampons as I forgot to refill it since I had filled the duffel bag. I realized I couldn't just go to the kitchen as I now didn't have pants and I couldn't even leave the bathroom because someone might be there. I called my BF and he told me to let him finish his game. I asked him how long that would take. He said that it would be like 20-ish minutes till he could help me since him and his friends just got into a new game. I asked if he expected for me to just wait cramping in the bathroom him and his sister share for 20 minutes. He told me that me not having tampons in my purse wasn't his problem and that he wasn't going to sell his game for me. I said that he was being really mean. When he finally came, I told him I was upset that he made me wait and he told me that he didn't know what I expected him to do and that I needed to manage myself better. I said even if I did, I still would have bled trough, which is why I couldn't leave. He told me that I could have figured it out. I told him that I literally couldn't and he just said whatever and I went home a little after that and I'm starting to think that I could have planned a little better for it. My husband and I were on vacation earlier this month when my period decided to start early. We were getting breakfast and I came back from the bathroom and told my husband S. I said that I didn't have any tampons on me, but it was fine. We could just stop by a store after breakfast. I'd be okay. He immediately went to a waitress and asked her if she had an extra tampon. She got me squared away and then my husband apologized to me. He said he felt bad because he usually carries them on him for emergencies, but he left that bag at home. I never asked him to do that. It's just the kind of person he is. That's what real men do. They take care of their loved ones. Next story. Am I the a-hole for giggling at a family's problems during a homeowners association's meeting? This happened this past Sunday. My dad and stepmom are out on a small trip and I'm pet-sitting their cat and staying at their apartment while they're out. My dad asked me to attend the homeowners associations, not sure how to call it. We live in Mexico and we don't have an homeowners associations in the US since meeting due to some points about renovations and other important issues would be touched upon. During the meeting, there was an open mic moment to discuss other matters in a more neutral way. One of the neighbors, a woman that we'll call Carol, raised a concern about the ongoing issue with the gang that's been terrorizing the complex for a while now and how nothing had been done to stop this. The gang in question? A group of kids between 6 to 10 yo. Their clear gang activities? Talking about games in the elevator/corridors, playing in the main plaza after school, going from Tower A to B to pick some of the other kids, or getting toys out to go play. I know some of them, they sometimes come to the apartment asking for band-aids or get one of my nephews to go play with them. Really good kids emo. Most outrageous thing they've done was hit a garden light with a ball and breaking it, which they took full accountability for and told management as soon as it happened. According to Carol, the kids are an issue and they make her feel highly uncomfortable because she can tell all of them are up to no good. Her daughter, a mid-teens, added that she feels so insecure when she's home alone because more than once the kids have come up to her door and tried the door handle, banged on it, and that they've even tried picking the lock. Mind you, her apartment is across from my dad's and the kids only knock on his twice a week when my nephew is there. And that she also felt unsafe walking anywhere near the plaza because she felt perved on by, again, a bunch of kids between 6 to 10 yo. The husband was also very mad because according to him, he's seen them running around the underground parking lot and I quote, keying cars and trying to open them, probably to steal the Kara or whatever is inside, which cannot be true because all minors need to be accompanied by an adult or a security guard to access the parking area to avoid any accident. I couldn't help it and snorted, then giggled when Mr. Dad added that whole bit about kids trying to steal cars, because as we all know, kids are into that kind of stuff. Carol began to ask what was so funny and why I thought that gang activity was funny, when I could be the next one to be attacked. I probably messed up by telling her that I doubt that a bunch of kids who look for anthills to kick are crime masterminds, which of course got a couple of giggles from other neighbors. Carol is now mad at me and my dad for raising someone who supports gangs. My dad doesn't give a crap because he hates Carol, and my stepmom is also mad at me for not taking this seriously. In some way, somehow, am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. I also live in Mexico, and some of my neighbors are also entitled lunatics. Children existing in Carol's vicinity shouldn't be maligned this way. Mexico takes slander laws pretty seriously. Perhaps Carol should shut her yap before she runs afoul of the law? Opie replies, and believe me, Carol is the smallest issue in the complex. There's way worse neighbors and all of them live in Tower A. Also, you didn't know about the slander laws. I'll look into it just in case, especially because I sometimes chaperone the kids, so better make sure I know the facts just in case. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure like, comment, share, and subscribe to channel our posts.